Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera untuk kita semua. Perkenalkan, saya Dr. Dery Tria Agustin, dosen dengan home base di Program Studi Pendidikan Bahasa Inggris, Fakultas Keguruan dan Ilmu Pendidikan, Universitas PGRI Yogyakarta. Pada kesempatan ini, saya membuat video pengajaran. Video ini saya buat sebagai salah satu syarat kelengkapan sertifikasi dosen tahun 2026. Untuk pernyataan dari dosen, unjuk kerja Tridharma Perguruan Tinggi atau PDD-UKTPT di bidang pengajaran. Saya akan menyampaikan sebuah video proses pembelajaran yang meliputi 3 aspek, yaitu delivery, interaction, dan assessment. Pada program studi pendidikan bahasa Inggris, saya mengampu mata kuliah Pre-Intermediate Grammar, Post-Intermediate Grammar, Listening and Speaking for Formal Communication, Sociolinguistics, IELTS, Writing Research, dan Research Publication. Selain itu, saya juga mengajar mata kuliah English for Business di Prodi Pendidikan Sejarah, mata kuliah pembelajaran bilingual di Prodi PGSD, dan bilingual di Prodi Pendidikan Bahasa Indonesia. Pada kesempatan ini, saya akan menunjukkan proses pembelajaran pada mata kuliah Pre-Intermediate Grammar di program studi pendidikan bahasa Inggris. Deskripsi mata kuliah. Mata kuliah ini dirancang untuk membekali mahasiswa dengan pemahaman dan keterampilan menerapkan struktur grammar tingkat pre-intermediate dalam konteks komunikasi lisan dan tulisan secara tepat dan kontekstual. Materi mencakup berbagai bentuk waktu atau tenses dan elemen dasar grammar seperti regular dan irregular verbs serta pengucapan atau pronunciations akhiran id. Pembelajaran tidak hanya berfokus pada penggunaan grammar, tapi juga mengintegrasikan pengembangan konten edukatif. Melalui pendekatan berbasis proyek, mahasiswa akan menyusun materi atau bahan ajar yang dilengkapi media digital, interaktif sebagai sarana belajar mandiri. Proses ini mendorong mahasiswa untuk berpikir kritis, berkolaborasi, serta mengembangkan kemampuan literasi, digital, dan kreativitas dalam mendesain materi pembelajaran. Selain mengasah kompetensi akademik, mata kuliah ini juga menumbuhkan sikap bertanggung jawab, inovatif dan karakter asik atau adaptif, sustainable, innovative, dan knowledgeable. Dalam praktik pembelajaran bahasa Inggris, mata kuliah ini berbobot 2 SKS. Kemudian capaian pembelajaran lulusan, CPL 2, yaitu menguasai teori, pendekatan, dan praktik pembelajaran bahasa Inggris abad ke-21, listening, speaking, reading, writing, grammar, vocabulary, pronunciation, serta dasar-dasar linguistik, sastra, literasi, dan linguistik terapan secara kritis dan kontekstual. CPL 4 mampu berkomunikasi secara efektif dalam bahasa Indonesia dan bahasa Inggris secara lisan dan tulisan, berpikir kritis dan kolaboratif, serta memanfaatkan teknologi dan literasi digital untuk pengembangan akademik, sosial kemasyarakatan, dan profesional. CPL 5 mampu merancang dan atau melaksanakan pembelajaran bahasa Inggris yang aktif, kolaboratif, inklusif, dan adaptif berbasis TPACK, penguatan karakter, higher order thinking skills, prinsip keberlanjutan, serta konteks global. Berikutnya capaian pembelajaran mata kuliah. CPMK 1 dari mata kuliah ini yaitu mahasiswa mampu menjelaskan struktur grammar atau struktur gramatikal bahasa Inggris tingkat pre-intermediate, mencakup tenses, bentuk kata kerja, serta aspek pengucapan. CPMK 2, mahasiswa mampu menerapkan struktur grammar dalam komunikasi lisan dan tulisan secara tepat dan efektif. CPMK 3, mahasiswa mampu merancang media dan konten edukatif berbasis TPACK dan AI untuk pembelajaran grammar level pre-intermediate secara kreatif dan inovatif. Materi pembelajaran pada mata kuliah ini mencakup beberapa tenses yaitu present tenses, simple present and present progressive, past tenses, simple past and past progressive, verb forms, regular verbs, irregular verbs, and pronunciations of ed endings, perfect tenses, present perfect and present perfect progressive, past perfect and past perfect progressive, dan future tenses, mencakup simple future and future progressive. Kegiatan pembelajaran pada mata kuliah ini merupakan kegiatan tatap muka yang meliputi presentasi, diskusi, dan tanya jawab. Selain itu, penyampaian materi pada mata kuliah ini berbasis presentasi, kegiatan interaktif, dan project atau project-based learning Pada akhir perkuliahan, mahasiswa diharapkan memiliki luaran berupa practical grammar book untuk level pre-intermediate. Dalam 15 kali pertemuan, penilaian dilakukan baik secara formatif dan sumatif. Penilaian akhir meliputi student-led seminar atau presentasi, tugas individu, writing practice, speaking practice, dan grammar book writing project, sikap, dan kehadiran. Berikut adalah proses pembelajaran tatap muka mata kuliah pre-intermediate grammar dengan topik regular verbs, irregular verbs, dan pronunciations of the endings. Oke everyone, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Okay, great to see you again this afternoon. How are you doing? Good. Okay, how did you spend your weekend? Where did you go yesterday? You didn't go anywhere. How about you?
I went to Parangtritis.
You went to Parangtritis. Okay, how about you guys? You went to Prambanan. Oh, Prambanan. That's good. Great. Okay. Last week we talked about past tense, including simple past and past participle. So today we are going to the materials related to what we learned last week. That is about regular verbs, irregular verbs, and also pronunciations of the ending. But before we get started, I would like to ask you, who's not coming today? Farid is not coming, okay? And anybody else not coming today? Kesha, Farid and Kesha, okay? Do you know what happened to them? What's happening to them?
Area.
Oh, maybe sick. Okay, that's fine. Okay, everyone, before we get started, let's now pray. Pray together. Okay, that's enough. Alright, so now we are going to learn regular verb, irregular verb, and pronunciations of the ending. Now I have a paragraph. I'll read a paragraph for you, and I'll ask you the questions. Yesterday, I woke up at 6 a.m. I have woken up early all week. I ate breakfast. I have eaten healthy food recently. Then, I went to the beach. I saw a beautiful ocean. Now the question, is this paragraph about the present, past, or future? Past. Which word tell you?
Yesterday.
Yesterday. Okay. Woken up. Other words?
So when?
Okay. Yes. Good. Yes, that's right. So this paragraph is about the past. Okay. Now, so that this is the basic one. In English word is basically can be divided into 4 principal parts. The simple form is like in hope. The simple past is like in hope, and past participle in hope, and present participle in hoping. Some verb changes are regular, like above, while others are irregular. Now, let's talk about irregular verbs first. There are 7 groups of irregular verbs. We'll talk about this one by one. So the first one, group 1. In group 1, all 3 forms are the same, just like in cut. The base, the past participle are the same. Cut, put, set. Example, I cut the paper yesterday. She has cut the cake, just the same, no change at all. And then group 2, past tense and past participle forms are the same. Okay? The past and past participle are the same, but different from the base. Such as invite, bought, bring, brought, think, thought. So, for example, I bought a book last week, but she or he has bought a new car. Okay? And then, group 3, the base and the past participle forms are the same. Now, the first and the third, the base and the past participle are the same, but different from the past, different from the second. For example, become, became, become. Run, ran, run. So, for example, Jenny became a teacher after graduating from university, but the next form would be different. This, for example, Rana, can you read?
Jenny became a teacher after graduating from university.
Okay, this is the second one?
She has become a successful teacher after graduating.
Yes, different, right? From become to became. And then group 4, all 3 forms are different. Now, all different. Just for example, go, went, gone. See, saw, seen. And write, wrote, written. For example, we went home or they have gone home. And group 5, past participle ends in F. We can see that in the base, drive, in the past, drove, but the past participle is driven. We need to add an N to the past participle. Drive, driven. Forgive, forgave, forgiven. Basically, it's forgive with and forgiven. For example, she forgave her friend for the mistake, but in the past participle we say she has forgiven her friend and moved on. Okay? And then the other two groups, now group 6, past participle adds n to the simple form with or without a spelling change. This, for example, blow, blew, blown, do, did, done, no, do, no. So basically we just put an n, okay, we add an n, the base is blow. Now we add an n, it becomes blow. No plus n becomes no. So for example, the wind blew the leaves across the road, but now we say the wind has blown all the leaves into the garden. Group 7, vowel changes from from the sound in the simple past to this is not you, to in the past participle. Just for example, begin, began, begun. From began, from to begun, began, begun. Sing, sang, sang. From sang to sang. Swim, swam, swam. From swam to swam. From to So for example, they swam across the river yesterday, but now we say, for the past participle, we say, they have swam across that river many times. Okay, so that's all about irregular verbs, but the good news is that not all verbs are irregular. Not all verbs are regular. Most English verbs are regular. We simply add ed, but we don't always pronounce it the same way. The pronunciations can be different. Now, I just want to test you. Now try to pronounce these 3 words. Everyone. The first one?
Play.
Second one?
Water.
The third one? Does the final in each word sound the same or different? Different. Okay. Good, good. At least you now know the basic, but now we are going to learn more details with that one. Regular verbs. Finally, it has 3 different pronunciations. And that's enough. The final ed is pronounced when it follows a voiceless sound. Remember, only when it follows a voiceless sound. A voiceless sound is produced without vibrating your vocal cords, without vibrating your throat. So, only air passes through your mouth. Voiceless sound comes from your mouth. From your mouth, not from your throat. Common voiceless sounds include try. This is not from your throat. It should be from here, from your mouth. Your throat does not vibrate. There's no vibration here. It should be from here. Also, should be from here. From your mouth. And same from your mouth. Or and all these sounds come from your mouth. Okay, now try together. Good. Okay, good. Okay. Okay, good. After these sounds, after any word ending in these sounds, then you need to pronounce the ed as. For example, looked. Together, looked. Missed. Watched. Laughed. Good. Okay. Remember after voiceless sounds coming from using now the binary is pronounced okay when it follows a voice sound. Voice sound as opposed to voiceless sound comes from your throat. Your throat or your vocal cord vibrates from here. Okay, for example, if also be from here. Be from here. Or V. To be from here. V. To be from here. And to be from here. Your throat should vibrate. Or right? See the difference? So that's why in a voice sound, any word ending in voice sound, then when it is added by ed, then you pronounce it as cleaned. Together, cleaned. Played. Saved. Smelt.
Smelt.
Okay. Don't confuse them, okay? Between voiceless and voice sounds. Now this is the easy one. The easiest one. Final ed is pronounced it or it when it follows the and the sound. The schwa, the sound, adds a whole syllable to a word. For example, in voiced, it's only one syllable. In wage, only one syllable. But in wanted, two syllables. Wanted, right? Wanted, two syllables. Two syllables. Now, this one. Decided. Okay, good. Get that. Invited.
Invited.
Good. Needed.
Needed.
Good. Now see the difference, right? Between voice, voiceless, voiced, and ed ending. Or words that end in the end. Now, let's practice, okay? Now let's practice. What you need to do now is that you need to classify the following verbs just in 1 minute, okay? Decide which verbs are pronounced the, and, or it, okay? Now, do it in 1 minute. I'll give you 1 minute. Come on. Use your laptop or maybe you can use your paper. You just need to classify, to group, to categorize these words into 3 groups. Remember, only 3 groups or 3 categories. Remember, enter when it is voiceless, enter when it is voiced, and ut or it when the word ends in t or t. Okay, 30 seconds. Okay, done. Now, let's see if your classification matches this one. Now, here's the answer. Okay, so arrived should be entered, arrived, cleaned, but cooked, loved, opened, painted, visited, wanted, and washed. So, here are the here is the classification. Anyone got the same classification? Or maybe 1 or 2 different classification, different answers? How about you, Julia?
I have the different.
Okay, 2 different answers. How about you, Sultan?
Wrong, sir.
Oh, one word wrong. Okay, that's okay. Okay, now let's try to pronounce this again together, okay? Arrived, cleaned,
Cleaned.
opened,
Open.
cooked,
Cooked.
laughed,
Laughed.
washed,
Washed.
painted,
Painted.
visited,
Visited.
wanted.
Wanted.
Good. Now, as long as you know where the sounds come from, then you will not be confused. You will not get confused about this one. Okay? Now, please practice dinner. Number 1.
You arrived at the airport early.
Okay, arrived. Okay, good. Next, Fazli. Hello. Number 2.
He worked his hard.
Okay, once again, washed.
What?
Okay, good. Next, Fadli. Number 3.
They have visited their grandparents many times this year.
Okay, once again, visited.
Visited.
Good. Okay. Now, let's do another practice. Now we need to do story construction. Below is a short story with some missing verbs. You will also see a list of verbs below in the verb banks, okay, in their base form. Work individually, one by one. For about 2 minutes, 2 minutes only, choose the correct verb and change the verbs below, okay, into the correct verb, either past tense or maybe past participle, okay? And after that, we'll check the answers together. So, after checking, we'll read the story alone and pay attention to the pronunciation of regular and regular verbs ending in ed, okay? So now you can use your laptop, or if you don't bring your laptop, you can write the answer on your paper, then you can capture, take a picture of your work, and then you can send the picture to the drive. The same thing for those who bring laptop, you can send your work to the drive that we have in this class, okay? 2 minutes from now on. Okay, time's up, and now let's check your answers based on what I have received from the drive. So here is Fadli's response to the task. Fadli, where's Fadli? Please stand up and read the text or the paragraph.
Last Saturday, Emma woke up at 7 a.m.
She had breakfast with her family before she went to the bookstore. There, she bought a new grammar book and met with her friend Sarah. In the afternoon, they watched a comedy movie and laughed a lot. When Emma arrived home, she washed her clothes and finally decided to study for her grammar quiz.
Okay, thank you, Fadli, for reading this paragraph. Keep studying. Okay, now everyone, let's see. Last Saturday, Emma wait or walked? Okay, walked. Why walk, not wait?
Past tense.
Regular or irregular? Which one do we need here? Regular verb or irregular verb? Irregular. Whoa, okay. So you need to change this one. And she ate, does it? She ate, is it correct? She ate, or maybe what do we need here? Regular or irregular? Regular or irregular. It is the base. What is the simple past? Ate, right? It ate and eaten. That's irregular, right? That's irregular. Good. So that's correct, right?
Yeah.
And then she went to the bookstore. Is that right? Is that correct?
Right.
Okay. Regular or irregular?
Regular.
Regular or irregular? What is the base? What is the base form? Go. When? Gone. Right? So irregular. And that's correct. Yeah. She bought. She bought. What is the base form of that verb? Buy, bought, and bought. Right. Admitted. What is that? Is it correct or incorrect?
Incorrect.
Incorrect. Yeah. Meet should not be added. Should not be changed like that. Meet. What is the past tense of meet?
Met.
Met. Right. We need irregular verbs here. Meet, met, and met. So not did it. Okay. And then watch over watch. Is it true? Watch plus ed. Is it regular?
Yes.
Yeah, they watch. Yes, that's correct. And laugh with ed.
Yeah.
Okay, that's true. And then finally decided to study. Decided, is that correct?
Yes.
Yes, decided. Yes, correct. So only wait and we did, right? But okay, thank you for trying to respond to this task. Okay, please sit down, Fadli. And then next, now let's see another student's response to the task from Chitra. Chitra, could you please stand up and then read the paragraph?
Last Saturday, Emma woke up at 7 a.m. She ate breakfast with her family before she went to the bookstore. There, she bought a new grammar book and met her friend Sarah. In the afternoon, they watched a comedy movie and laughed a lot. When Emma arrived home, she washed her clothes and finally decided to study for her grammar quiz.
Okay, now let's see. Emma woke up. Emma woke up. Correct or incorrect? Correct, right? We agreed before that it's correct when both met become met. Is that true? True. Yes, now it's true. Then still the same. Watched, laughed, arrived, watched, decided. So anything wrong here? No, all correct forms of the verb. Okay, thank you, Chitra. This is done. Okay. Okay, everyone. So you have tried to answer the task, and also you seem to have understood what the difference between regular and irregular verbs. Now, let's now do reflections, and after this, I'm going to give you assignments. So, what did you learn about the pronunciations of regular verbs ending in ed? What did you learn? Raise your hand. Oh, Rara, please.
The pronunciation depends on the final sound of the best verb.
Okay, the pronunciation depends on
The final sound
the final sounds of.
of the best verb.
Okay, depends on the final sounds of the base verb. That's true. That's correct. What else? Any more response to the first questions? What did you learn about the pronunciation of regular verbs ending in ed? Raise your hand. Oh, yeah, please. There are three pronunciations, right? T, yes, t, and right? Yes, there are three different pronunciations of ed. That's right. Now, number two, which part of today's lesson was the most challenging for you and why? Raise your hand. Okay, Dina, please.
Remembering the irregular verb pattern.
Remembering the irregular verbs. Do you agree? The most challenging part is remembering the irregular verbs.
Yes.
Because you cannot guess. You cannot guess. Yeah, you need to memorize. You cannot guess. Anyone? Please. Okay, Jihan.
Knowing whether to pronounce ed as a t or t, a t or d.
Yes, it is still sometimes difficult to determine if the word is voice or voiceless, right? So maybe we can misidentify, but that's the process. That's okay. That's the process. Now, what strategy will help you remember irregular verbs more easily? Because we know that we cannot guess. Now, what strategy are you going to use to remember irregular verbs better? Raise your hand. Oh, okay. Sultan, please.
Learning them in groups because verbs similar pattern are easier to remember and recall than learning them one by one.
Okay, learning them in groups, just like what I presented earlier, right? So that's why I presented them in groups, just to make it easier for you to remember. Okay, you see the pattern. Okay, Arun, please.
Using them in sentences and using them regularly.
Using them in sentences, so that you know the context, right? You can use the words in context and then
Practicing them regularly.
practicing them regularly. Yes, there's no way to remember something except you practice regularly. That's good. That's a good plan. Right. So now you have learned about irregular verb, the 7 groups of irregular verbs, and also regular verbs, the 3 different pronunciations of regular verbs, and then you also know how to apply the knowledge that you already gained in context. At least you were able to identify whether to put an irregular or regular verb. But clearly, after this, you still need to do many exercises. So that's why I'm going to give you assignments. There are 3 assignments that you need to do before our next meeting. The first is do the handout that I will share right after this. So after this, I'm going to share the handout for you to Google Drive, then you download. Then you need to create a video demonstrating your understanding of today's lesson. I want you to really understand what we learned today. You need to video record yourself, okay? In your video, explain the key concepts in your own words and provide relevant examples when appropriate, okay? Please read the syllabus, core syllabus, for the complete assignment requirements. You can also find the assessment criteria just right there in the syllabus. And then the last one, write a 100-word paragraph about your last weekend. I asked you about what you did yesterday, for example, or last weekend. Now you write a paragraph consisting of 100 words. Use at least 5 irregular verbs and 5 regular verbs in the past tense and or past participle. Okay? These assignments are due next week for our class. Any question? No. Okay, since that everyone has understood what to do, then thank you for today. See you again next week. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.